Hi everyone, welcome to Trax Gaming, and in today's video we are going to discuss not how to sell one pet, not two, but a lot of pets. Now first of all, pets are considered to be a slow market just like transmog items. Now I do sell pets, but this is sort of a side business that I have. This is not my major focus. I do sell I use pet arbitrage, which means you are buying them on one server, you put them in, you learn them, then you're gonna cage them into another server and you are going to sell them. So you can sell these cross server. The only problem is the price. Well, consider to be you are going to buy a pet for low price on server A and you're going to sell it for a high price on server B, C, D, E, F, depending on how much pets you have and how lucrative it is. Now, in my personal opinion, I buy pets on full pop and high pop realms, and I tend to buy a lot of pets, but I do have 20 servers that I sell pets on. So if I get 20 pets, I'm gonna put one pet on every server. The problem is the price. Like I said, you have to figure out a way which makes it easier for you to keep track on how much you paid for it and how much you want to get for it. So everyone uses TSM, but TSM, the normal version, restricts you to having 10 realms tracking API data. So you can only use dbmarket on 10 realms. Another side note is you can use dbregionmarket on any server. But this changes your strategy a little bit. You are not going to focus on, okay, how much I bought it on this realm, and I'm going to see what the DB market is. You are going to select the pets based on DB region market average. Now, a lot of players use a tool like the Undermine Journal. On the Undermine Journal, you can select pets, see how many are on that server, how many there were on a certain time span, and compare the prices to other servers. So this might be a good indication. If you can buy it cheap somewhere, you can see if it's up for a higher price on another server, or there aren't any pets on the targeted server. So it makes it a little bit easier for you to decide where you are going to sell it. Now in my case, I buy it somewhere. I'm gonna sell it on multiple servers. For me, it doesn't matter how high the competition is because it's based on, well, this is a side business, you have gold to invest, you buy that. Let's say you joined a friend you know who's on another server. Like, okay, my real life friend plays on Realm A. I'm coming from Realm B. So I transfer my main character so I can play together with him and enjoy the game. But you may have a few alts on the B server and you got that gold. It's not enough to buy a token, so what are you going to do with that gold? Are you going to try and flip a few items? Are you going to try and set up a whole market with professions? It might take a lot of time, and time you don't want to invest because you want to play, hey, on Realm A with my friend, of course, yeah, because the game is fun and we're not all goblins. So you have some gold to spend, so why not browse the auction house? And if you are going to select on DB region market average, it means you're going to buy them on a low DB region market average and you can sell them on another server for a high DB region market average. Now you have to decide how much you are going to pay for pets. How are you deciding which one will be good to buy? First of all, this means you have to have an operation which includes pets. If you don't have such an operation, you can find a lot of TSM groups with pets. You can jump into my Discord. The link will be in the description below. I have a group with almost every pet. You can decide, well, I'm going to make a shopping operation, which is 50% DB market. which makes it easy. You're going to buy everything that's below half of the DB region value. And you can decide if you want to sell it for 70, 80, 90, up to 100%, or even more depending on the server. So first, we need to value or decide how to value pets if you don't want to use the easy way. The best way to do it is to look at like what you do with transmogging. If it is above value X, I'm gonna try and buy it for at least that amount. Let me give you an example. So let's say we group our pets between pets up to 100 gold, 500 gold, 1000 gold, 2500 gold, 5000, 7500, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, and beyond. Now, first you have to decide what the minimum price is, what you want to get for it. So in this example, you can see I have 50%, 60%, all the way up to 90%, and then 90% starts at 10,000 gold, because for some people that's a lot of gold. And if you can sell a pet for 10,000 gold, its value is 10,000 gold, well, you're gonna get 9,000 gold for it, sort of. Now, to decide how much you are going to pay for it, first you have to take into account that you have a 5% auction fee cutoff. So you're gonna have to have a difference of 5%. Now, I know pets are cheap to post, 1 silver a piece. But you have to keep in mind that you are going to post these multiple times. So it's not that you post it right away that it's going to be sold. So take into account at least 1% on top of the 5% auction fee cutoff. So we're going to buy them for 6% less than what the end target price would be. So if we're going for 50%, we are going to have to buy these for 44%. Now, the next thing to keep in mind, not everything holds its value. Things that are very expensive can fluctuate, and things that are very cheap can fluctuate even more, because not a lot of people are going to hold that value because they say, well, it's just too cheap, I want to get rid of it. People looted it, they received it from a quest. So you got to keep in mind that these items will fluctuate even more. Instead of something being rare, that price will only go up. So we're taking into consideration a fluctuation or a difference that we want to keep in mind. And in my example, you can see I have a fluctuation ranging between 20% and 10%. This means the total difference that we are looking at, depending on the price range of the pet, will be between 26 and 16%. I know it's a lot of theory. We're gonna see it in work later on in the video, but this just means that our lowest price to buy these pets will be between 24 for the cheapest ones that we grouped up, and the most expensive ones, 74%. What you can also do is manually add pets into groups and decide what your minimum price would be, and then just put in a minimum price. Or let's say, yeah, this is my group for 10,000 gold pets, so my min price will be 10,000, my normal price will be 15,000, and my max price will be 25,000. But with this example, it means we now have to come up with sort of a price string on how we are going to sell. So the first thing we need to do, let's discuss how we are going to sell these. So we're going to sell these, let's say we got this group 50,000 gold, 90%. We are gonna make it easy for us. We're gonna dump all of the pets into the same group. Now we're gonna have to decide how to sell them. So let's say if we go with if greater than a DB region market value of 50,000 gold. So if the DB region market price for that pet exceeds 50,000 gold, we're going to sell it for 90%, what we discussed there. So we are going to have to do this for every price to decide, hey, this is what we're going to do. Normally you should have another value here, but we are going to connect all these if greater than values on top of each other. So we will have a full range, one full string of how we are going to do it. So let's see, we're going to connect everything later on. So this will be the group for 100 gold. So we're going to change it into 100 gold. That will be 50%. So 10,000 gold. From 10,000 and above, we're going to select 90. So all of these are obsolete for me. So we are starting the posting operation. We're going to start it with the one from 10,000 gold. It's going to look like this. So if greater than, I'm going to put it underneath here. If greater than 10,000, we are going for 90%. If it is lower, that's what we're going to do now. See, between 10,000 and 7,500, we're going to go with 85%. But we're seeing that 5,000 gold is using that same value. The only thing we have to take in mind, if there is a difference here, you can see it between 7,500 and 5,000, there is not a difference. So the shopping operation is gonna look a little bit easier. Like if you're not interested in the process of how I value such a price string, you just jump to the end of the video and you just get the result and just simply use it. Like, okay, I trust you with this, so let's go. Now what we are going to have to do now is we're gonna have to put in a shopping operation as well. So this will be the same if greater than. So we're gonna see here the lowest 74% if we distract all of these numbers. So 5% auction fee cutoff, 1% for posting, pricing, then 10% fluctuation as we did here is a total of 16% difference based on 90%. So that will be 74% per shopping operation. So we're going to have to add, we're going to add this on the end again. So we're gonna go with dbmarketavg, and we're gonna go with 15,000 gold will be a 74%. Easy peasy. That's how it's done. So that is the first one. Next one, 10,000 gold will be a 69%. So we are going to convert this. 7,500 is 64, 5,000 is 64. So we can leave this one and then we can add 64 here. Then we have 59. So we have our fluctuations, what we want to keep in mind, and these will be our posting prices. Whenever this item is below that DB region range, it's looking good. So right now we have to do the same as we did with the shopping operation, but now we're going to have to do this for the, no, we did this for the posting operation, and now we are going to have to do this for the shopping operation as well. So based on what we did before, like I converted all of the top numbers that we had here, I cleaned it up a little bit. This is what it's looking like now. You got if greater than DB region market average, 10,000 gold, it's gonna go on the auction house for 90% DB region market. Below higher than 5,000 and below 10,000, 85, between 2,500 and the above, 80,000, 1,070, 5,060, 100 gold, 50, and then of course we had to make a fail safe. So what if it's going below 50% DB region market average? We're gonna go with 49. That's just easy. And then vendor buy, vendor sell. Why do I have all of this? Like if it doesn't find a DB region market average, some items can be bought from the auction house and some items you can sell to the auction house, and a fail-safe of DB Market, because yeah, on some servers you're gonna have data running, so you need a fail-safe for that. And if we scroll up a little bit, what we have here, our shopping operation, we have included, if it's below DB region, we're gonna go with vendor buy, because yeah, it's easy. Like some pets you can buy from the vendor, so it's gonna go with vendor buy, vendor sell here, vendor buy here. So that's just a fail safe. So I have added that into my pet profile. So you have my pet profile over here. So we have companions, level 1, level 25, level 25 crafted, and TCGs. And what we are seeing here, I have an auctioning operation here for the pets. So I included that one. That's the set minimum price. And then the maximum price, which will be 200% DB region market and 200% DB market. You could go higher than that as well. And then the normal price, 100% DB region market average and 100% DB market. And then the shopping operation for the pets, that's the one we added here. So here we go. Anything else to know of? You can set restock, like, okay, in this guild bank I want to get 5 of each pet, so it's going to give me 5 whenever I have 0, and if I have like 4, it's gonna show at least 1 or let you buy 1. And here the posting one, you can see it's 24 hours. I'm gonna go with 48 hours. That's how I do pets. I do this every 2 days because I got 20 servers. If you are going ahead of competition, you want to go with 12 hours and you want to compete the hell out of everyone, yeah, go ahead, do cancel scans. But I'm gonna go with 48, which makes it a little bit easier for me. Below minimum price, posting at minimum price, you can go with normal as well to keep up a certain value. Or when above maximum, you can go with posting with maximum price or normal price. That's all up to you. You can increase the percentages. I would leave these here at 100%, at least for DB market. You can go higher than DB region, but there's not a real point in doing so. What else to tell you? Yeah, I'm going to show you the pet macro afterwards. First of all, let me do a scan. So I still have 1 grumpling. I did reposted these. So I'm gonna go with the shopping operation for the pets. So if I let it go, like, look at here, it's a long way. If you want to do pets, it's a lot, like really a lot. It's showing up here. But this is based on DB market. So in the tooltip, I have, if you look at the bottom of the tooltip, it says TSM auctioning and shopping. So my auctioning operations, the cheapest that I'm going to list it for on the auction house, that's the minimum, that's the first value, the normal one and the maximum value, and my shopping price is there as well. So the percentage here on the end is the percentage of that maximum shopping price. So my shopping price is 893 for this one. So that was that one. It's up on the auction house for 200 gold. So that's 22% of that value, which is pretty okay to buy it. So the more blue you see here, the lower that value, the more difference there is. Like the tiny crimson whelpling, let's see. 17,000 DB region. This server is a little bit cheaper than others, but it's okay. It's okay. You can go with it. You can see here I have a value of 408,000 gold. Like, I was going to show you this server, how I was going to post it while I was recording, and I forgot to unmute my mic. So I have to do everything all over again. But I can show you here. So this is how you do it. I'm gonna stop it because it takes like really long. But if you look at this one, Gusting Grimoire, market value is 159, DB region is 143. It's here for 99,000. That will be almost all of my gold. So it's not the time to invest on this one. I could go with other ones as well. Land Shark right here, DB region 37 is 22 1,000 gold. There are 2 of them on the auction house, level 25. So yeah, there's some pets are really lucrative. The only thing you have to keep in mind that you can combine the Undermine journal into this whole thing and see what the quantity is and the quantity over time to see if these pets get posted on regular basis, and if the quantity drops, you know that these pets sell. I'm going to jump over to another server. uh, One I have market value for, that will be Argent Dawn. This is one of the servers I buy pets on, so I can show you at work how it is working. Like, I don't sell a lot of pets on that server, but I do buy a lot of them. You can see I'm on a lot of servers. I'm not gonna hide on which server I buy and sell pets. It's not because I buy and sell pets on these servers that I'm not going to expand, or I have to speak in 2 words, or you would directly know which server is doing good and which server is doing bad. I'm the only one that knows that. If I look at here, yeah, I got some value, but you can see here, no pets has sold, but I sold some other stuff as well. So I got other stuff here as well. You can see it. I bought a lot of snowmans, and I got some winter reindeers. So I sold one of those on Doomhammer today. So I still need to pick that one out of my pet inventory on that server, and I can learn another one right here. So I got some value here, not so much, but it's not doing so bad. So okay, RP people, it is Argenton EU. So people who know that, you know on which server I am. So I'm going to post these first and foremost. And after that, I'm going to show you how you use the pet macro. I do have to say, I use multiple accounts, and whenever I have I have more than one WoW open at the same time, the macro doesn't work because it is running on a script. You might not have that problem. For some reason, I have that problem. I assume that it is because I'm having 2 WoWs open, so it doesn't know which one to communicate to. But if I close every account I have, except the one that I'm using at that time, well, it works. So for me, it's clearly that the macro is saying, hey, just use it on one account, idiot. So that's what I'm doing. So the posting scan does take a little bit of time. Argenton EU. So here we go. I'm gonna post these. I don't know exactly how much value that I'm gonna put up. You know, I only post one, so I'm not gonna get multiples on the auction house like here. I still have 2 in my bags. I think if I click this, this is one of the pets that you can only learn 1 of. This one takes a little bit longer to move around on different servers. So my bags are clean, so everything I take out of my pet profile will be coming up here. Yeah, I have a prospecting one, but this is the macro. If I show you here, it's gonna run a script based on get mouse focus pet ID blah blah blah. So cage it. So take a fancy icon, call it something obvious like cage, put it in your bar, and you only have to hit the keybind if you open up your collection. So I'm using Rematch, which is using TSM prices as well. So all of the info you're going to find in the description below, as well of the operations that I'm using. The macro will be included there as well, but you can see here, if I hit my keybind, which will be number 2, I'm automatically going to cage the pet that I can cage. So they're all disappearing from here, except for the Firehawk for some reason. Oh, this one can't be caged. So let's see, we're gonna go with some else. Let's see, I got some 25 pets. I am not going to sell those. It's fun to do PvP pet battles while you are in on a raid, break time or something. That's what we do mostly. I don't really do it in game. But yeah, that's what you get. Easy to get all of the pets out of your collection, and easier to sell those. So you just click them to learn them again, and that's just basically it. Also, if you want to have my group for pets, feel free to come into my Discord. The link is provided below. There is a category, a chat, which is dedicated to my Let's Gold Cap profile. The pet group is linked there as well. If you want to change like how we are doing it right now into this video, you take those price strings of those operations in the description below as well, and you get the work. You just copy them like I did on a pet auctioning operation and on a pet shopping operation, and you just make sure you overwrite those and you put these in on the mother group, and just use the one link below before. So overwrite parent operation is not selected and is going to go in there for all of them. So that's how easy it is. You can use the pet macro. If you want to use my full Let's Gold Cap profile, you can find it on the Discord as well. Don't be afraid. And don't feel bad for just joining to grab what you need. A lot of people do it. I just recommend you stay until you have everything set up. As you want to ask a question, it's better to do it over there. If you're on NA or in Asia or not on EU CET1 like Paris time, okay, there might be a slight chance you have to wait a little bit before you get an answer, because yeah, some people do sleep and have other things to do as well. But do ask a question. You can use my Let's Gold Cap profile for, if you want to use it as its fullest, for everything listed here. So I got all professions, everything included to it. You can find videos about it on my YouTube channel as well. So don't be afraid. Jump in. You can join in under the discussions going around, and you can even brag with stuff that you sold. So that's it for the video. Have fun selling pets. Have fun making all of that gold. And I will see you in another episode. Take care. Bye-bye.